What if everything you believed about the world, your faith, your freedom, your sense of reality, was not just questioned but systematically dismantled? This is the chilling premise of Project Blue Beam, a theory that has captured imaginations, stoked fears, and sparked endless debate. Born from the writings of Serge Monast, a controversial journalist from Canada, this conspiracy proposes a world-changing operation, a meticulously crafted hoax designed to reshape religion, governance, and perception itself. But why does Project Blue Beam continue to echo through the halls of conspiracy culture decades after Monast's death? What is it about this theory that fascinates and terrifies in equal measure? Is it merely an implausible tale, or does it reflect deeper truths about our fears of deception and control in the modern age? In this book, crafted by MindfulLiterary, we will peel back the layers of the Blue Beam hypothesis, exploring its origins, its claims, and the technologies and events that conspiracy theorists say lend it credibility. Along the way, we'll delve into the psychology of belief, the evolution of advanced technology, and the societal undercurrents that make such theories thrive. This journey is not about choosing sides, but about understanding why ideas like Project Blue Beam persist. It's about fostering critical thinking in an age where fact and fiction blur, and where the line between skepticism and paranoia is razor-thin. So, whether you're a skeptic, a believer, or simply curious, this book invites you to explore one of the most provocative conspiracy theories of our time. Prepare to question, to wonder, and perhaps to see the world in a new light. Introduction: the spark of a controversy. The origins of Project Blue Beam. Who was Serge Monast? Serge Monast was a Canadian investigative journalist, known for his deep dives into conspiracy theories and government operations. He lived a life steeped in skepticism and curiosity, which ultimately led him to uncover the controversial concept now known as Project Blue Beam. Born in the 1940s, Monast was not just a journalist. He was a passionate seeker of truth who grew disillusioned with traditional media and its lack of transparency regarding significant global events. His motivations were rooted in a profound belief that powerful entities often manipulate public perception, and he sought to expose these hidden agendas. Monast gained prominence in the early 1990s when he published his theories about Project Blue Beam, which he claimed detailed a plan by NASA and the United Nations to establish a new world order. This plan supposedly involved the use of advanced technology to project holograms, creating the illusion of a second coming or alien invasion that would manipulate and control populations. His fervent writings, fueled by a mix of paranoia and a sense of urgency, resonated with many individuals already grappling with distrust in authority and a growing appetite for alternative narratives. The socio-political climate of the 1990s played a significant role in the emergence of conspiracy theories like Blue Beam. This era was marked by significant geopolitical changes, including the end of the Cold War and the rise of globalism, which left many feeling unsettled as familiar power structures began to shift. The rapid advancement of technology also contributed to a sense of vulnerability. The internet was becoming a source of both information and misinformation, allowing ideas to spread quickly beyond traditional media channels. In this environment, individuals were increasingly questioning not only the intentions of their governments, but also the very fabric of reality as presented to them through mainstream outlets. Moreover, the decade was marred by a series of events that encouraged public skepticism, including the Gulf War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and various domestic incidents involving governmental overreach. Each of these triggered debates about civil liberties, privacy, and the true nature of power. As a result, Serge Monast's ideas found fertile ground among those who felt disillusioned and disenfranchised by the changing world around them. It was a time ripe for conspiracy theories, where misinformation could spread unchecked, and the quest for truth became an immensely personal journey for many. Understanding this context not only sheds light on Monast's motivations, but also helps us appreciate the ongoing allure of such theories in our contemporary society, where skepticism remains a prevalent theme. Deepening your awareness of the history and context surrounding theories like Project Blue Beam can enhance your ability to critically analyze the information you encounter today. Keeping an open mind while questioning the motives behind such narratives is essential for navigating the complexities of our world. How the theory gained traction in conspiracy circles. The internet and alternative media have played vital roles in disseminating Project Blue Beam rhetoric. In recent decades, the world has witnessed a remarkable shift in how information is shared and consumed. Traditional media outlets, bound by regulatory frameworks and journalistic standards, have faced challenges from a rising tide of online platforms that prioritize speed, sensationalism, and often conspiracy theories. Social media, blogs, and independent news sites have provided fertile ground for Project Blue Beam, allowing enthusiasts to share theories and ideas with little oversight. As a consequence, a belief that originally surfaced in the obscure fringes has found a wider audience, with discussions amplified through social networks where users often seek out and share content that reaffirms their beliefs. This environment breeds echo chambers, where like-minded individuals reinforce each other's views, allowing ideas like Project Blue Beam to gain traction without the need for rigorous scrutiny. Understanding the dynamics of how conspiracy theories like Project Blue Beam gain traction can be enlightening. It highlights how easily misinformation can spread in a digital age where critical thinking is sometimes sidelined in favor of sensational storytelling. To navigate this landscape mindfully, one practical tip is to approach online information with a healthy skepticism. Engaging with a variety of sources and seeking out credible information can provide a more rounded understanding of complex topics, enabling individuals to discern between fact and speculation. Why people are drawn to grand conspiracies: fear, mystery, and skepticism. The psychological allure of conspiracy theories often stems from a deep-rooted desire for control, especially in times of uncertainty. People naturally seek to make sense of the chaotic world around them, and when faced with confusion or fear, conspiracy theories present a narrative that offers clarity. They provide a structure to understanding complex events by attributing them to malevolent actors, which can feel more comforting than grappling with the randomness of life. This need for control can be amplified during crises, such as political turmoil or public health emergencies, where uncertainty reigns. Individuals are drawn to these narratives because they simplify complex problems, allowing people to feel that they can exert some influence over their reality, even if that sense of control is grounded in illusion. Cultural narratives play a significant role in shaping fascination with grand conspiracies. Throughout history, societies have told stories that include hidden truths, secret societies, and the battle between good and evil. These narratives often echo the human experience of feeling marginalized or powerless. For many, conspiracies represent a rebellion against an established order. Movies, literature, and folklore have consistently fueled imaginations with tales of deception and uncovering hidden agendas. Iconic stories, from ancient myths to contemporary thrillers, are a testament to our collective appetite for intrigue, reinforcing the notion that nothing is ever as it seems. This cultural backdrop cultivates an environment where sensational claims can thrive, leading many to accept these theories as plausible explanations for their realities. In navigating these complex waters, it is beneficial to maintain a critical perspective while remaining open to the underlying fears and beliefs that drive conspiracy thinking. Engaging with these narratives critically involves questioning the sources of information and exploring the evidence presented. A practical approach to understanding grand conspiracies may include seeking out multiple viewpoints to broaden one's perspective and utilizing empathetic listening when discussing these beliefs with others. This not only encourages thoughtful dialogue, but also helps demystify the allure of grand conspiracies, fostering a more informed and balanced discourse on the subject. Chapter 1. Cracks in the Faith. The alleged plan to discredit religions. Claims have emerged suggesting that there is a systematic effort underway to undermine religious beliefs across the globe. These assertions often highlight the influence of various movements, ideologies, and entities that could be viewed as seeking to deconstruct the traditional tenets of faith. Proponents of this theory argue that such efforts may manifest through media campaigns, educational curricula, and social movements aimed at promoting secularism and critical thinking while implicitly devaluing spiritual beliefs. The discussions can become fervent, with some insisting that a coordinated agenda exists, leveraging historical events and modern controversies to create a narrative that positions religion as a relic of the past, not suited for contemporary society. Intriguingly, social media platforms have also become battlegrounds for these ideological skirmishes, allowing for rapid dissemination of ideas that can polarize opinions and challenge established beliefs. The implication of a conspiracy targeting the foundations of religion raises significant theological questions. If there indeed exists a systematic plan to discredit spiritual practices and beliefs, this could lead to a fragmentation of faith communities and a reevaluation of what religion means in the modern context. Theological implications manifest in various forms, from a potential crisis of faith among adherents to fundamental shifts in religious interpretations aimed at preserving the essence of spirituality amid skepticism. When viewed through the lens of these conspiracy theories, one must contemplate how belief systems adapt in response to perceived threats. It can ignite debates on the nature of truth, the authenticity of spiritual experiences, and the very idea of faith in a world overflowing with information, misinformation, and competing narratives. Such a situation compels individuals to critically assess the doctrines they follow and explore the underlying reasons for their belief. Engaging thoughtfully with these controversies encourages a deeper understanding of one's beliefs and a more nuanced perspective on faith. Rather than dismissing the concerns surrounding alleged efforts to discredit religions, it can be valuable to explore the implications of such beliefs and recognize that every faith tradition faces challenges, especially in an increasingly pluralistic world. Reflecting on the resilience of religious practices and their ability to adapt to change can foster meaningful conversations about belief, community, and shared values. For those navigating these complex waters, seeking diverse sources of information and engaging with a variety of perspectives can lead to a more informed stance on faith in the context of modernity. Earthquakes as tools, unearthing evidence to undermine spiritual doctrines. Natural disasters often evoke a wide range of interpretations, and earthquakes are no exception. Throughout history, these seismic events have been viewed through various lenses, often aligning with deeper conspiratorial narratives. Some individuals believe that when significant earthquakes occur, they must serve a greater purpose beyond mere geological activity. Theories suggest that these disasters might be orchestrated by unseen forces to communicate warnings or to alter societal structures. This perspective implies that earthquakes might not only be natural phenomena, but also messages from a powerful entity, signaling significant changes in the world or even divine displeasure. This belief gains traction especially during turbulent times when communities are scrambling for answers and looking for explanations that go beyond the ordinary. The urge to connect these seismic activities with a conspiratorial agenda reflects a human tendency to seek patterns and meanings in chaos. Specific earthquakes have fueled such conspiratorial narratives over the years. For instance, the massive earthquake that struck Haiti in 2010 led some theorists to propose that it was the result of underground nuclear testing by foreign governments. Similarly, the 2011 Tohoku earthquake in Japan was used by some to advance theories suggesting climatic engineering or secret technology being deployed by governments to manipulate natural disasters for political gain. These narratives often thrive in the aftermath of such calamities, exploiting the confusion and fear they generate. By linking disasters to conspiratorial schemes, theorists weave tales that can seem credible, especially to those seeking explanations for inexplicable suffering. Thus, seismic events become not just geological occurrences, but pivotal moments in larger, often unfounded, conspiracy theories that aim to explain the world's unpredictability. Understanding the interplay between such theories and natural disasters can foster a more informed perspective about our world. It is important to approach these narratives with healthy skepticism, while also acknowledging the human fascination with finding meaning in calamity. Recognizing the scientific explanations for earthquakes alongside the conspiratorial narratives can lead to a balanced understanding of these complex phenomena. Engaging with geological science can provide clarity, demonstrating that while nature can be devastating, its forces are not necessarily guided by conspiratorial intent. This blend of knowledge can equip individuals with an open mind, encouraging critical thinking that questions sensational claims while appreciating the mysteries of our planet. Case studies, real events that conspiracy theorists point to as proof. Conspiracy theorists often cite events as indicators of hidden agendas, particularly when it comes to theories surrounding Project Blue Beam, which suggests that a space-based technology could simulate religious figures or events to manipulate populations. One prominent incident often referenced is the phenomenon known as the Havana Syndrome, where U.S. diplomats and their families in Cuba reported strange sounds and symptoms that led to speculation of a covert attack. Some theorists argue that this incident exemplifies the sort of technological capabilities that could be used under Project Blue Beam, seeing parallels in how perceived threats can be generated from unknown sources to control narratives and public reaction. While the Havana Syndrome has left many puzzled, the evidence supporting its connection to Project Blue Beam is murky. Critics argue that the incidents may be the result of natural environmental factors or psychological stress, rather than an orchestrated effort to induce fear through advanced technology. Furthermore, investigations by various government agencies have not confirmed any direct link to actual attacks or manipulative technologies. Instead, much of the documented evidence relies on anecdotal accounts that lack rigorous scientific backing. This raises questions about validity and critical interpretation, pushing one to consider whether the leap from unexplained events to conspiracy theories is justified or merely speculative. Another example often discussed is the alleged Blue Beam project associated with the 2012 London Olympics. During the Games, large holographic projections and spectacular light displays captured the audience's imagination. Some theorists posited these were tests for public acclimatization for the full implementation of Project Blue Beam. Detractors highlight that there is a vast difference between entertainment technologies and the controversial project theorized to be aimed at global control. Here, the critical perspective reveals that while these displays were certainly advanced, they were clearly marketed as artistic presentations rather than clandestine operations. Understanding this difference is crucial for discerning between sensationalist interpretations of events and actual intentions behind them. Delving deeper into these case studies encourages vigilance against misinformation and a commitment to seek clarity, relying on credible sources and evidence to navigate the captivating yet overwhelming world of conspiracy theories. Chapter 2: The Great Sky Show. Advanced Holographic Technology, Science Fiction or Reality. The Blue Beam concept, often shrouded in conspiracy theories, suggests that advanced holographic technologies could be used to simulate a global event, such as a religious awakening or a false alien invasion. Current advancements in holographic technology, while not yet capable of the orchestrated spectacles hinted at by this theory, are nonetheless impressive and increasingly sophisticated. Companies are developing systems that project images in 3 dimensions, allowing for interactions that were once confined to the realm of science fiction. For instance, the use of holography in live performances, where artists appear as holograms, has gained traction, demonstrating how mere projections can transform experiences. However, the high costs and technical limitations remind us that achieving the seamless, immersive experience envisioned by the Blue Beam advocates is still on the horizon. The distinction between science fiction capabilities and real-world applications in media continues to blur. Films and series have long explored the potential of holographic displays, creating worlds where characters interact with virtual entities as if they were tangible. The reality, however, is that while today's media may inspire amazing ideas, the practical applications have yet to reach that level of interaction. Practical holograms, like those used in advertising or education, provide engaging visual aids, but they lack the immersive nature of fictional portrayals. Despite these limitations, the continuous pace of innovation suggests that elements once thought impossible may soon be a part of our everyday lives. Observing the evolution of this technology encourages a critical yet optimistic view of where it may lead us in the near future. Staying informed about advancements in holographic technology can be beneficial, especially in understanding how these developments might intersect with our daily lives. Engaging with both the scientific community and media representations can provide a balanced perspective, revealing the potential and pitfalls of these fascinating innovations. This can aid in distinguishing between entertainment and practical applications, empowering us to think critically about the implications of technologies that could one day reshape our interaction with the world. How holograms might mimic religious figures and deities. The implications of using holograms to represent religious figures in a potential Blue Beam scenario are both fascinating and deeply unsettling. In such a scenario, it is theorized that advanced technology could create lifelike projections of deities or religious leaders to manipulate or influence the beliefs of large populations. This raises profound questions about authenticity and consent, as well as the potential for social upheaval. Holographic representations could be mistaken for divine manifestations, leading the faithful to respond reactively to what they perceive as celestial communications. This technology could blur the line between the sacred and the artificial, fostering both a sense of awe and a creeping unease regarding whether one's beliefs are being exploited for ulterior motives. The manipulation of religious sentiment through technology could risk undermining traditional practices and values, heralding a new era where faith is not solely rooted in personal conviction, but heavily influenced by external, technologically driven phenomena. To understand the depth of this situation, it is crucial to explore the historical context of religious imagery and its sociocultural impact. Throughout history, religious symbols and figures have played essential roles in community identity and cohesion. They have served as focal points for worship, reflection, and moral instruction, reinforcing communal beliefs and social order. The emergence of art depicting gods and saints allowed for complex theological concepts to be made accessible to the layperson, often instilling hope, guidance, and a sense of belonging among followers. However, these representations have also been wielded as powerful tools to influence politics and societal norms, at times leading to conflict over differing interpretations and depictions. As a result, the evolution from divine imagery to potential holographic representations carries with it a weighty legacy that can influence contemporary perceptions of faith and authority. Understanding the convergence of technology and spirituality invites a critical examination of how holographic representations could shape future religious experiences. It encourages discourse around the nature of belief and perception, raising ethical questions about the use of technology to convey what is considered sacred. Are spiritual experiences becoming commodified through the lens of technological enhancement? As holograms become more common, individuals should ponder their own beliefs and engage thoughtfully with the implications of this shift. Exploring how technology affects faith can lead to more profound insights about personal conviction and its role in an increasingly digital world. The psychology of belief, why seeing is believing. Beliefs are often deeply rooted in our experiences, and the way we perceive the world around us plays a crucial role in shaping those beliefs. Research in psychology reveals that visual experiences can significantly alter our belief systems. This phenomenon can be attributed to several key principles, such as cognitive bias and the power of suggestion. When people see something with their own eyes, the experience can seem more real, anchoring their beliefs more firmly than if they merely heard about it. The concept of confirmation bias also comes into play, where individuals tend to favor information that confirms their existing beliefs while dismissing contradictory evidence. As a result, compelling visual evidence can lead to stronger convictions, sometimes overriding rational thought and logical reasoning. Furthermore, the emotional impact of visual stimuli cannot be underestimated. Images and videos evoke feelings such as awe, fear, or happiness, which can influence beliefs in profound ways. Studies show that emotionally charged visual experiences can create lasting impressions, reinforcing beliefs that may not withstand scrutiny under rational analysis. For instance, the impact of images from natural disasters or social movements can shift public opinion and galvanize belief in certain ideological perspectives. This blend of emotion and visual perception underscores how our brains are wired to prioritize what we see, often elevating visual experiences above other forms of information. As technology advances, new visual experiences are emerging that challenge our understanding of what we believe. Holographic displays, for instance, are on the frontier of altering human perception. They have the potential to create immersive experiences that can enrich our understanding of reality, but also pose ethical questions regarding manipulation. Imagine attending a holographic presentation where characters and events appear so lifelike that they compel you to accept a particular narrative. This ability to craft an illusion that feels real might exploit the weaknesses in our cognitive frameworks, leading to shifts in belief that are not based on factual truth, but rather on perceived reality. The psychology behind belief in the age of advanced technology raises critical questions. Are we as individuals equipped to discern between reality and illusion? The blend of perception and technology can create a veneer of authenticity that complicates the way we process information. Moreover, these holographic experiences can leverage our emotional responses, tapping into the same psychological principles that drive belief formation. Observing a hologram that depicts an event or an idea can activate the same acceptance mechanisms as if one had witnessed it firsthand. This capability invites skepticism concerning the nature of belief in an era where seeing is not always believing, especially when the manipulation of visual content becomes easier and more sophisticated. Understanding these intricate dynamics can empower individuals to navigate an increasingly complex visual landscape. Engaging critically with visual information, seeking corroborating evidence, and maintaining a healthy skepticism toward what appears enticingly real can be useful strategies in this journey of belief formation. Chapter 3: Manipulating the Mind. Electromagnetic waves and mind control. Separating fact from fiction. Electromagnetic waves, encompassing various frequencies from radio waves to gamma rays, play a critical role in how we interact with the world around us. In recent years, there has been a growing fascination with the potential effects these waves might have on human cognition and behavior. Scientific inquiry has established that certain electromagnetic frequencies, such as those used in medical imaging and wireless communication, can influence biological systems. But to what extent can they alter cognitive processes or exert control over an individual's mind? Research has shown that while exposure to strong electromagnetic fields can lead to biological changes, the notion that they can be harnessed for mind control remains largely unsupported. Key studies indicate that low-frequency electromagnetic fields may impact brain activity, but these effects are often subtle and highly dependent on numerous factors, including the intensity and duration of exposure. Thus, the idea that specific electromagnetic waves can be directed to force thoughts or actions in a targeted manner is more rooted in science fiction than scientific fact. Amidst the intriguing claims surrounding mind control technology, numerous myths persist, feeding into widespread fear and misunderstanding. For instance, the notion that highly advanced technology can implant thoughts or alter behavior at will has been sensationalized in popular culture. Often, stories of mind control suggest that individuals can be turned into puppets through the manipulation of electromagnetic fields without their consent or knowledge. In reality, human cognition is influenced by a complex interplay of genetics, environment, and experience, making the idea of mind control fanciful at best. Another common myth is the belief that governments or corporations are effectively using these technologies for societal manipulation. While research into brain-computer interfaces and neuromarketing exists, these technologies aim primarily at enhancing user experience rather than coercively controlling thoughts. The misunderstanding often arises from a mix of dramatic narratives and a genuine curiosity about our mental capabilities, blurring the lines between real advancements and exaggerated claims. In a world where technology continues to advance at an unprecedented rate, it remains essential to approach information about electromagnetic waves and their potential effects on the mind with a balanced perspective. By fostering critical thinking and demanding scientific rigor, we can better distinguish between reality and myth. Engaging in discussions about these topics with an open yet skeptical mind not only aids in dispelling unfounded fears, but also enriches our understanding of science's capabilities and limitations. It is advisable to stay informed, investigate credible sources, and think about how these technologies may be positively used rather than fearfully perceived. Emphasizing curiosity and analytical thought will help navigate the often murky waters of science and speculation. The historical roots of mind manipulation fears, MKUltra, etc. MKUltra was a covert operation initiated by the CIA in the 1950s, focusing on mind control and psychological manipulation. Its existence, hidden for years, came to light during the hearings of the Church Committee in the 1970s. This project, which involved experiments with drugs, hypnosis, and other methods on unsuspecting individuals, stirred outrage and deepened public distrust towards a government perceived as willing to violate ethical boundaries in its pursuit of control. Similar programs, such as the use of LSD to influence behavior, highlighted the lengths to which authorities might go under the guise of national security. The revelations around MKUltra and comparable operations have become critical to understanding the concerns many have about governmental power, as they expose the potential for abuse inherent in secretive programs that manipulate human thought and behavior. The fears rooted in historical events like MKUltra have significantly shaped current beliefs surrounding mind control conspiracies. Contemporary narratives often echo the sentiments of mistrust and paranoia that emerged when the CIA's operations were revealed. This chilling backdrop fosters a fertile ground for conspiracy theories, leading people to connect unrelated dots and see patterns where none may exist. The idea of government manipulation extends beyond mere psychological experimentation. It now encompasses various social phenomena, from media influence to digital surveillance. As public awareness grows, so does the notion that perhaps we are still subject to manipulation, even if the methods have evolved. This belief can create a ripple effect, where every governmental or corporate action is scrutinized through the lens of potential ulterior motives, making it easy for suspicious minds to flourish. Navigating these ingrained distrusts requires careful consideration. Understanding the historical contexts that instill fear can help us critically assess current events without falling into the trap of broad generalizations or unwarranted paranoia. Instead of succumbing to conspiracy-driven narratives, focusing on transparency and accountability in agencies can empower individuals. Encouraging open dialogues about ethical practices in science and policymaking offers a constructive path forward, aiding society in distinguishing between fact and fiction while maintaining vigilance towards potential abuses of power. Can technology influence mass thought today? The current state of technology presents a complex landscape where public opinion can be swayed in unprecedented ways. Information is now available at our fingertips, allowing for rapid dissemination and consumption of news and ideas. This speed can be both a blessing and a curse. While it empowers individuals to stay informed, it also opens the door for misinformation to spread just as quickly, if not faster. Social media platforms, in particular, serve as battlegrounds for ideas, where trending topics can shape perceptions almost overnight. The sheer scale of these platforms means that public opinion can be influenced by a small number of voices that manage to resonate with the masses. Algorithms curate our feeds based on our interests and interactions, creating echo chambers that reinforce our existing beliefs. This raises important questions about the role of technology in shaping our understanding and beliefs about the world. Social media algorithms play a critical role in how our thought processes and beliefs are manipulated. These algorithms analyze user behavior to determine what content will capture attention, often leading to a prioritization of sensational or controversial material over more balanced viewpoints. This can create a feedback loop where users are constantly exposed to content that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, making it increasingly difficult to encounter differing opinions. Such environments can foster polarization, as individuals become entrenched in their views while simultaneously viewing opposing perspectives as less valid or credible. The strategic use of targeting in advertising, political campaigns, and even social movements can prey on emotional responses, urging users to act or react without fully processing the information. The design of these platforms is optimized for engagement, but at what cost to our collective understanding? Technology has the power to influence mass thought significantly, but it is essential for individuals to approach information critically. Engaging with diverse viewpoints and seeking out balanced discussions can help break the cycles created by algorithms. Users should consider questioning their own biases and challenging the narratives that dominate their feeds. Actively curating one's media consumption, diversifying sources, and prioritizing verified information over sensationalism are practical steps toward mitigating the potentially detrimental effects of technology on public thought. Being mindful of the impact that social media and technology can have on our beliefs can empower individuals to navigate this complex terrain more effectively. Chapter 4: The Alien Deception. Fear of the Unknown. Why aliens are a central figure in conspiracy theories. The fascination with aliens often stems from deep-seated psychological factors that influence human thinking. Humans are inherently wired to seek explanations for unknown phenomena. When confronted with the vastness of the universe and unanswered questions about life beyond Earth, fear and curiosity merge to form conspiratorial narratives. The unknown triggers a primal instinct to find patterns or rationalize uncertainties, leading many to conclude that extraterrestrial beings must be involved in significant global events. This mindset is compounded by a general mistrust in authority. When people feel that government institutions withhold information about aliens, it creates fertile ground for conspiracy theories to thrive. The absence of credible explanations fuels speculation and the allure of secrets lurking just beyond comprehension, allowing conspiracies to flourish. Culturally, aliens play a prominent role in media and folklore, shaping public perception and narrative surrounding the extraterrestrial. From science fiction movies to television series, stories about aliens often depict them as either malevolent beings equal to or greater than our fears, or as benevolent entities here to assist humanity. Such portrayals influence societal views, blurring the lines between fiction and belief. In folklore, tales of unidentified flying objects and close encounters capture the imagination, intertwining real-life reports with myths passed through generations. This cultural lens can amplify fears about contact with unknown beings, reinforcing conspiratorial ideas and making them more relatable to the average person. The relentless depictions in popular culture create a shared narrative that not only entertains, but also ingrains the concept of aliens as part of our reality. The blend of these psychological and cultural dimensions creates a pervasive narrative that ensures aliens remain central figures in conspiracy theories. Understanding this interplay can help demystify why such beliefs endure. By fostering critical thinking and encouraging open discussions about the unknown, individuals can approach these topics with a balanced perspective, allowing for a deeper exploration of truth while acknowledging the innate human desire to question and seek answers in the mysterious universe. UFO sightings and government involvement, fueling the fire. Significant UFO sightings throughout history have consistently sparked governmental responses that often deepen the intrigue surrounding these phenomena. Take, for example, the infamous Roswell incident of 1947, where what was initially reported as a flying disc turned into a weather balloon in a matter of days, according to military officials. This swift change in narrative has led to decades of speculation and conspiracy theories, suggesting that the government was involved in a cover-up concerning extraterrestrial life. Similar events, like the Phoenix Lights sightings in 1997, have met with official dismissals or vague explanations, which in turn amplify public curiosity and skepticism. When the government does respond, whether through denial or limited acknowledgement, it can inadvertently stoke the fires of conspiracy theories. The air of secrecy or contradictory statements often leaves room for interpretation, leading believers and skeptics alike to search for the truth behind the veil of official information. Transparency, or a lack thereof, plays a crucial role in shaping public perception of UFO sightings. When officials release detailed reports and data about UFO encounters, it can create an atmosphere of trust and credibility. However, when there is silence or unclear communication, it breeds doubt and suspicion. For instance, after the Pentagon confirmed the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, in recent years, many were surprised at the initial admission. Yet, the limited amount of released information regarding the UAP sightings left the public wanting more, further intensifying the belief that more was being hidden. This back-and-forth relationship between government disclosures and the public can lead to a cycle where increased secrecy results in heightened speculation, leading to an environment ripe for conspiracy theorizing. Understanding how transparency influences perception is essential in evaluating what we know, or think we know, about UFOs. Ultimately, the interplay between significant UFO sightings and governmental involvement continuously fuels a mix of wonder and skepticism. As each new encounter or official response emerges, the public's natural curiosity pushes for more information, while simultaneously making room for doubt and speculation. When evaluating claims about UFOs, it might be beneficial to consider the broader context of communication strategies employed by government agencies. Remaining informed and open-minded while seeking credible sources can help navigate the complex landscape of theories and facts related to UFO phenomena. How a fake alien invasion might play out. Speculating on a staged alien invasion naturally leads one to consider the potential mechanisms behind such an event. The Blue Beam Project, a conspiracy theory that suggests the use of advanced technology to simulate a global alien encounter, serves as a foundation for this exploration. Imagine a series of sophisticated holographic displays, dazzling enough to convince even the most skeptical among us that extraterrestrial beings are engaging with our planet. These holograms could be strategically placed in key locations around the world, synchronized with audio effects to create an unparalleled sensory experience. What if governments or powerful organizations took control of satellites and surveillance technology to orchestrate this event? Drones could be used to mimic flying saucers, while fabricated news bulletins would amplify the perceived threat, leading societies to respond out of fear and fascination. Considering the social and political ramifications of a fake alien invasion, uncovers a landscape ripe with intrigue and potential chaos. Such an event would likely create widespread panic and trigger a significant shift in public sentiment towards authority figures. Trust in government institutions could erode, leading to conspiracy theories that flourish in the absence of transparency. In an age of social media, misinformation could spread exponentially, igniting fears that provoke irrational behavior. Alternately, a staged event could also serve as a powerful unifier. Humanity might rally together in the face of a purported extraterrestrial threat, perhaps rekindling a sense of global community. However, the aftershocks of such a deception would be the most alarming. The potential for long-standing divisions within society could multiply, creating fissures between believers and skeptics and raising questions about the fundamental nature of truth. As we ponder the plausibility of a fabricated alien invasion, it becomes vital to stay informed. Understanding the technologies that underpin our reality, including the capabilities of holography and drone surveillance, empowers individuals to discern between what is real and what is simulated. Engaging in discussions about media literacy and promoting skepticism towards sensational narratives can help cultivate a society that values critical thinking, ensuring that we remain grounded even in the face of astonishing claims. Chapter 5: The Unified World Religion. The rise of a global messiah and the end of individuality. The idea of a unifying leader, often referred to as a messiah, has taken on new dimensions in the minds of Project Blue Beam theorists. These theorists suggest that emerging technologies could facilitate the creation of a singular, charismatic figure who could unify disparate groups under one ideology. This concept draws on fears and hopes alike. It reflects a longing for stability in a chaotic world, while simultaneously raising concerns about the potential loss of individual thought. The theory posits that advancements in holography and communication could create simulated events or divine encounters, leading people to rally around this central figure. The prospect of such a leader promises to provide guidance and assurance, especially in times rife with uncertainty. However, the thought of a fabricated leader orchestrating belief poses challenging questions about the authenticity of faith and the implications for societal consciousness. The implications of embracing a homogenized belief system under a single leader can be profoundly transformative for personal and spiritual identity. With the normalization of collective ideologies, individuality could fade into the background. People may find themselves adopting a series of shared beliefs, sacrificing personal interpretations of spirituality in favor of a mainstream philosophy dictated by this visionary figure. While unity can foster community and belonging, it can also suppress the rich diversity of personal expression and unique worldviews. As individuals aggregate around the beliefs promoted by this leader, they may lose sight of their particular journeys and the facets of identity that make each person distinct. This raises critical questions about the balance between community and individuality, challenging our understanding of personal freedom and the essence of spirituality itself. Historical attempts at religious unification. Throughout history, there have been various movements aimed at creating a single religious doctrine that unites followers under one umbrella of belief. One of the earliest examples is the Edict of Thessalonica in 380 AD, when Emperor Theodosius I declared Christianity as the state religion of the Roman Empire, thus promoting Nicene Christianity as the sole legitimate form of faith. This imposition aimed to quench divisions between the various Christian sects of the time, but ultimately led to the marginalization and suppression of dissenting beliefs. Another significant attempt occurred during the Reformation, where figures like Martin Luther sought to reform Christianity from within rather than unify it under a singular banner. The Council of Trent was called by the Catholic Church as a response, aiming not just to address calls for reform, but also to define a cohesive Catholic doctrine in contrast to Protestant beliefs, yet it resulted in further fragmentation rather than unity. Despite grand ambitions, many of these historical attempts at religious unification faced significant challenges. The goals were often met with resistance from various groups who felt that their beliefs and identities were being threatened. The Crusades, for example, aimed not only at reclaiming holy lands, but also at converging different branches of Christianity under a common purpose. Instead of achieving lasting unity, they deepened the divides, leading to centuries of mistrust and conflict between Christians, Muslims, and Jews. Similarly, the interfaith dialogues of the modern era, while fostering understanding among different faiths, also reveal the complexities of truly merging distinct belief systems into a singular doctrine. These endeavors remind us that the tapestry of belief is intricate, with threads woven from historical, cultural, and emotional contexts. Examining these attempts reveals valuable lessons about the nature of belief itself. They highlight the importance of tolerance and the understanding that faith is deeply personal and cannot easily be consolidated into one set of rules or doctrines. Contemporary societies can learn from these historical narratives. While striving for unity, it is essential to embrace diversity and engage in open dialogue for mutual respect and coexistence. In reflecting upon these historical efforts at unification, an essential takeaway for modern societies is the importance of understanding and respecting differences in beliefs. Attempts to establish uniformity can often lead to conflict and alienation rather than harmony. Encouraging open conversations about faith requires a commitment to listening and learning from one another rather than imposing a singular perspective. This encourages peace and understanding while appreciating the uniqueness of various traditions. Embracing this mindset can enrich both individual lives and our collective society. Could humanity ever accept one faith? The idea of a global religion presents both an intriguing possibility and a daunting challenge in our diverse world. While the notion of a single faith might suggest unity and peace, the reality is far more complex. Humanity is a tapestry woven from myriad beliefs, traditions, and cultures, each with its own historical significance and social context. The gaps between religions are not just philosophical. They are deeply rooted in human experience, identity, and community. Attempts to promote a universal religion often overlook the rich layers of meaning and value that exist within the various faiths. Could a global religion honor these differences without erasing them? This tension creates an essential inquiry. Is it even possible to forge a unifying faith that resonates with the intricacies of human belief? Moreover, the ambition to establish a single worldview could inadvertently impose conformity, leading to resistance rooted in the fear of losing cultural heritage and uniqueness. Acceptance and resistance across cultures form a fascinating landscape when considering the implications of unifying belief systems. People are often hesitant to adopt an entirely new faith, particularly if it conflicts with their deeply embedded beliefs and practices. Across various cultures, thresholds are evident. Communities may embrace aspects of another religion, yet draw a line at relinquishing their core principles. Historical experiences with colonization, forced conversions, or assimilation efforts have left scars that significantly shape these attitudes. Conversely, individuals exposed to different cultures and ideas may find themselves more open to exploring alternative spiritual paths. Yet, true acceptance often requires more than mere openness. It necessitates a level of trust and familiarity. Trust can be slowly built through dialogue, education, and shared human experiences, but historical grievances and contemporary conflicts can easily undermine these efforts. In reflecting on the possibility of a singular faith, it's crucial to appreciate that belief is deeply personal and often tied to one's sense of identity. While striving for common ground may present idealistic visions of harmony, it is this very respect for individual journeys that fosters genuine dialogue. The challenge lies in finding ways to coexist with diverse beliefs, nurturing mutual respect, and recognizing the value of different perspectives. To appreciate this diversity is to open doors to collaboration rather than confrontation. Engaging in meaningful conversations that acknowledge and celebrate our differences may actually enhance our shared humanity, allowing us to explore common values without forcing a singular faith upon everyone. As we navigate this intricate terrain, it becomes clear that fostering connections and understanding across traditions may be the most effective path toward global harmony. Chapter 6: The New World Order. The alleged goal: one government, one control system. Conspiracy theories often present a vision of a unified global governance, suggesting a world where nations relinquish their sovereignty to a single, centralized authority. This idea fascinates many, tapping into deep-seated fears of losing individual freedoms and cultural identities. Proponents of this theory visualize a secretive cabal or elite group manipulating international events to create a new world order, where decisions are made by a small number of powerful individuals far removed from the average citizen. In these narratives, organizations like the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and financial institutions, such as the International Monetary Fund, are portrayed as tools of this overarching authority, working quietly to bring about a system of control that prioritizes uniformity over diversity. While this grand idea may seem far-fetched to many, historical precedents often showcase how centralized power structures have emerged throughout human civilization. For example, the formation of empires, from the Roman Empire to the British Empire, illustrates the tendency of nations to consolidate power under a single governance to maintain stability and control over vast territories. These empires often employed a complex bureaucracy and legal structures to ensure compliance and manage diverse populations. Similarly, the rise of totalitarian regimes in the 20th century demonstrates how fear and political upheaval can lead to significant centralization of power, where a single party or leader holds absolute control over the state and its citizens, effectively erasing dissent and variety. This historical lens offers insight into the potential for a move towards centralized governance, raising important questions about the balance between control and freedom. As we analyze these concepts, it is essential to remain critical and discerning. The idea of a singular global government is not merely a backdrop for paranoid fantasies, but is instead a reflection of a broader desire for fairness, peace, and order in an increasingly tumultuous world. Engaging with various viewpoints allows for a more nuanced understanding of global dynamics. Being aware of the complexities surrounding global governance can empower individuals to engage in dialogue about the future of international relations, local sovereignty, and what governance should mean in an interconnected world. Consider exploring reputable sources and diverse perspectives to cultivate a well-rounded view on these pressing issues. Surveillance technology and the erosion of privacy. Modern surveillance technology profoundly impacts individual freedoms and public trust in ways that are increasingly difficult to ignore. The pervasive presence of cameras on streets, in shops, and even within private homes shifts the public's perception of privacy. While some may argue that surveillance increases safety and deters crime, the reality is more complex. Individuals are often unaware of how closely they are being watched and recorded, leading to a sense of unease and diminished personal autonomy. This constant monitoring can create a chilling effect, where people modify their behavior because they feel they are always under scrutiny. Public trust in institutions may wane when the line between security measures and invasive surveillance becomes blurred. The very technologies that are supposed to protect us can inadvertently cultivate an environment of suspicion and fear, as citizens grapple with the knowledge that their movements and conversations may be continuously observed. The balance between security and privacy in contemporary society is a delicate one, fraught with challenges. On one hand, proponents of surveillance argue that increased monitoring is essential for preventing crime, terrorism, and other threats to public safety. They point to instances where surveillance technology has led to the identification and apprehension of criminals. On the other hand, critics highlight the dangers of overreach, where the fundamental rights of individuals are sacrificed for the illusion of safety. Privacy is not merely about concealing one's actions. It is also about preserving the dignity and agency of individuals in a democratic society. As surveillance systems grow more advanced, often utilizing AI and facial recognition, the potential for misuse becomes glaringly evident. The more we rely on technology to secure our environment, the greater the risk that we may be trading our personal freedoms for transient safety. A thoughtful dialogue is essential to navigate these competing interests, fostering an environment where security can coexist with a robust respect for privacy. Engaging with these complex issues requires an informed and balanced perspective. Citizens should seek to understand the implications of surveillance on their lives, advocating for transparency and accountability from organizations that deploy such technologies. Awareness of privacy rights and the technological tools that infringe upon them is crucial. By participating in public discourse and policymaking, individuals can help shape a future where security measures do not compromise fundamental freedoms. It is important to remain vigilant and informed, questioning the assumption that more surveillance necessarily leads to more safety. Technology can be a powerful ally or a formidable foe, and the choice of how to wield it lies in the collective hands of society. Comparing the theory to actual political globalization efforts. Project Bluebeam is often surrounded by air of conspiracy, suggesting that global elites plan to manipulate populations through advanced technology and psychological operations. This theory claims that a staged event, such as a large-scale alien invasion or a false messiah, could unify humanity under a totalitarian regime. In contrast, looking at real global initiatives and treaties reveals a more fragmented and complex landscape of political globalization. Treaties like the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and various trade accords illustrate a genuine attempt by nations to collaborate on pressing issues. These agreements focus on enhancing cooperation and addressing global challenges, rather than enforcing a singular narrative led by powerful factions. Instead of creating a homogeneous global government, as suggested by Project Blue Beam, these treaties underline the diversity of national interests and varying approaches nations pursue to tackle collective problems. The public's reaction to globalization is a mix of intrigue and skepticism, often blending hope with fear. The visibility of economic integration and cultural exchange has sparked varying responses. Many people embrace the opportunities globalization presents, such as access to diverse markets and cultures. However, a significant portion of the population expresses concern over potential repercussions, including the loss of local jobs and cultural identity. As nations become more interconnected, individuals fear that their voices may become drowned by larger global narratives that prioritize corporate and governmental interests. This anxiety is particularly pronounced in communities adversely affected by globalization, where the perceived threat to sovereignty and local traditions often leads to pushback against international agreements. Thus, the emotional and psychological dimensions of public responses to globalization add another layer to the ongoing discourse, influencing how initiatives are viewed and the support they receive. Understanding the dynamics between theories like Project Blue Beam and the reality of political globalization efforts may aid in forging a more informed perspective. It is essential to question and analyze the impact of globalization on personal and community levels while considering factual operations within the political sphere. Engaging with these topics critically can empower individuals to navigate their beliefs and reactions effectively, fostering an environment where constructive dialogue leads to broader awareness and understanding of our interconnected world. Chapter 7: Holograms, AI, and Media Manipulation. How advanced technologies today might fit into the theory. Today's world buzzes with advanced technologies that overlap intriguingly with the Blue Beam narrative, which postulates that a series of events, facilitated by sophisticated technology, could manipulate public perception, particularly through simulated experiences in the sky or altered realities. Prominent among these technologies are augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, which are designed to enhance or create immersive experiences. As these technologies evolve, their potential for creating convincing artificial environments escalates, challenging our ability to discern what is real and what is fabricated. Moreover, holography, still a developing field, has reached a stage where it can project lifelike images in 3 dimensions, setting the stage for unprecedented visual spectacles that could be mistaken for genuine occurrences. Additionally, advancements in artificial intelligence and drones, capable of conducting aerial light shows or simulations, add a further layer of complexity to the discussion, raising questions about the boundaries of truth and manipulation. The rapid pace of technological innovation reshapes our society at an increasingly faster rate. Each breakthrough presents new possibilities that also carry profound implications for how we understand reality and truth. For instance, the growth of deepfake technology illustrates tensions between creativity and deception, as realistic alterations to video and audio content can challenge our trust in visual media. This proliferation of sophisticated manipulation, coupled with the algorithms that govern social media, shapes public discourse and influences perceptions in ways that are still being understood. The question arises, as technologies become more integrated into daily life, how do we maintain a critical perspective? The consequences of ignoring the nuances of these developments may lead to a society that struggles to distinguish between what is real and what is engineered. It is essential to cultivate a mindset that balances openness to innovation with a healthy skepticism, ensuring that we remain vigilant rather than becoming passive consumers of information. Engaging with these advanced technologies requires an informed and critical approach. As we advance, consider the impact of emerging tools on everyday life and the interplay between innovation and ethics. Staying updated on technological progress encourages responsible consumption of these advancements while also fostering discussions on their implications. For example, participating in community forums or educational workshops can amplify understanding, allowing individuals to navigate the complexities of modern technology more adeptly. This empowers people not just to embrace the wonders of progress, but to ensure that it serves to enhance our collective well-being rather than obscure our reality. The role of media in shaping beliefs and fears. Media portrayal of technology plays a significant role in shaping societal beliefs and fears. When new technologies emerge, media outlets often sensationalize their potential impact, leading to widespread anxiety and concern. For example, during the rise of artificial intelligence, headlines showcasing robots taking over jobs or posing existential threats dominated the conversation. This type of coverage can create a perception that technology is inherently dangerous, feeding into a culture of fear that influences public opinion and policy decisions. The way technology is depicted in movies, news reports, and documentaries often leans toward highlighting worst-case scenarios without adequately addressing the benefits and advancements it heralds. This skewed perspective can foster skepticism and wariness that permeates society and affects how individuals interact with new technologies, as well as how willing they are to embrace them. Moreover, ethical considerations come into play when discussing the sensationalism surrounding technological capabilities. When media outlets prioritize shock value over accuracy, they risk misinforming the public. Sensational stories can garner clicks and views, but they can also lead to dangerous misinterpretations of technology's true nature. For instance, portraying a breakthrough in genetic editing as a Frankenstein scenario might engage audiences, but fails to recognize the potential for medical advancements that could save lives. Journalists and content creators have a responsibility to present a balanced view, exploring both the possibilities and the challenges without descending into alarmism. It is essential for media to foster informed discourse that encourages audiences to critically evaluate technology rather than accept a fearful narrative passively. To navigate this complex landscape, consumers of media can adopt a more discerning approach by seeking diverse sources of information and questioning sensational claims. Engaging with experts and looking into peer-reviewed studies can also help mitigate fear based on misinformation. As society becomes increasingly reliant on technology, fostering a balanced understanding can empower individuals to approach advancements with curiosity rather than fear. Can you trust what you see? The deepfake and virtual reality era. The rise of deepfake technology has sparked a significant debate about authenticity and trust. Deepfakes use artificial intelligence to create incredibly realistic images and videos that manipulate how we perceive reality. These tools, once considered a novelty, have evolved to the point where they can convincingly depict people saying or doing things they never actually did. This ability to alter media has profound implications. From misinformation campaigns to identity theft, the potential for deceit is vast. As accessing realistic but altered content becomes easier, distinguishing fact from fiction is increasingly challenging. The implications extend into political realms, where deepfakes can disrupt elections by spreading false information about candidates. This technology is powerful, and while it has legitimate applications in entertainment and art, its capacity for misuse raises pressing ethical questions. What happens when we can no longer trust our own perceptions? Virtual reality, VR, further complicates our understanding of perception and belief. By immersing users in totally engaging environments, VR can create experiences that feel overwhelmingly real. The line between the virtual and the physical blurs, prompting a reevaluation of how we take in information and form beliefs. Studies suggest that immersive experiences in VR can lead individuals to have genuine emotional reactions to simulated events, potentially shaping their attitudes and behaviors in the real world. For instance, VR applications can be used for empathy training, placing users in someone else's shoes and altering their perceptions of social issues. However, just as with deepfakes, the capacity of VR to manipulate reality raises questions about authenticity. How do we know what parts of our experiences are reliable? As our reliance on these technologies increases, the need to develop critical thinking skills becomes vital for navigating a landscape where seeing is no longer believing. The intersection of deepfake technology and virtual reality signals unprecedented challenges for personal and collective belief systems. In a world where images and experiences can be easily fabricated, fostering digital literacy emerges as a crucial skill for everyone. Understanding how to critically engage with content, recognizing the tools that create it, and maintaining a healthy skepticism toward what one sees will be essential. As we move forward, nurturing a sense of awareness about the capabilities and limitations of these technologies can empower us to protect ourselves against manipulation. Moreover, embracing conversations about ethics in tech can pave the way for responsible innovation that prioritizes truth and integrity. Chapter 8: UFOs and Public Perception. The resurgence of UFO interest in modern culture. Recent years have seen a remarkable resurgence in interest surrounding UFO phenomena, driven by a confluence of cultural, technological, and societal factors. One significant contributor is the advancement of technology, particularly the rise of smartphones and high-definition cameras, which have made the documentation of unusual aerial phenomena more accessible to the general public. With the click of a button, anyone can capture and share what they believe to be evidence of UFOs, leading to numerous viral videos and social media discussions that pique curiosity. Additionally, the loosening of governmental secrecy surrounding past UFO encounters, exemplified by the U.S. government's release of declassified military reports and footage, has lent a degree of legitimacy to the conversation. This openness invites a collective reconsideration of what we might deem possible, and encourages enthusiasts and skeptics alike to explore the implications of unidentified aerial phenomena without the stigma that once accompanied such discussions. Pop culture plays a critical role in shaping perceptions of reality, particularly through films, television shows, and literature that explore extraterrestrial themes. High-profile series like The X-Files and films such as Close Encounters of the Third Kind have embedded UFO lore into the collective consciousness, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. These narratives often present UFOs not just as oddities, but as symbols of humanity's quest for knowledge and connection with the unknown. As new shows and movies release, they can reignite public fascination, prompting viewers to question what exists beyond our understanding. The portrayal of UFOs has evolved, moving from representations marked by fear and skepticism toward a more nuanced appreciation, where they are often depicted as vehicles of communication and discovery. This shift in narrative encourages audiences to remain open-minded, creating a fertile ground for both wonder and skepticism regarding the reality of extraterrestrial life. Understanding and examining UFO phenomena requires a balance between curiosity and critical thinking. Individuals interested in the subject should strive to differentiate between credible evidence and sensational claims, recognizing that not every unexplained sighting equates to extraterrestrial encounters. Engaging with reputable sources and scientific analyses can help ground personal explorations. Moreover, participating in discussions within communities that embrace both skepticism and wonder can enhance one's understanding while fostering a larger dialogue about humanity's place in the universe. By maintaining an inquisitive mindset paired with a critical eye, enthusiasts can navigate the complexities of UFO culture more effectively, uncovering truths that contribute meaningfully to this ongoing and fascinating narrative. Government disclosures and their impact on belief systems. Recently, there have been several disclosures from governments around the world regarding unidentified flying objects, UFOs. These announcements have captured public attention and sparked widespread discussions about the existence of extraterrestrial life. From the Pentagon's release of declassified videos to reports from various military personnel, these disclosures have shifted the narrative surrounding UFOs from fringe theories to a topic of serious inquiry. As governments gradually release more information, public belief systems are being challenged in profound ways. The idea that we might not be alone in the universe is gaining traction, fostering curiosity and even concern among various demographics. People are grappling with the implications of these revelations. If our governments acknowledge these phenomena, what does that say about our understanding of reality? This collective shift raises questions about our credibility in the face of long-standing skepticism and conspiracy theories surrounding UFOs. When governments acknowledge the existence of UFOs, it carries significant implications. Such an admission suggests that there are phenomena that are not easily explained or understood within current scientific frameworks. It prompts citizens to reassess the information they receive from authority figures, sparking a dialogue about transparency and truth. Governments typically have a mandate to inform and protect their citizens, and their acknowledgement of UFOs can be seen as a departure from previous dismissals. This acceptance opens the door for more open discussions about the nature of these sightings, potentially leading to scientific exploration into unfamiliar realms. It challenges the authority of institutions that traditionally sought to maintain certainty over uncertainty, compelling the public to engage more critically with what they consider factual. As belief systems adapt to accommodate these new narratives, the societal response can manifest in numerous ways, from increased interest in scientific research to more vibrant discourse on the ethical dimensions of contact with extraterrestrial life. For individuals navigating this shifting landscape, it is valuable to approach these disclosures with a sense of curiosity tempered by critical skepticism. Engaging in discussions about government transparency, the scientific method, and the nature of evidence can foster a more informed populace. Reading diverse viewpoints on the matter, investigating historical cases of UFO sightings, and encouraging scientific study can enrich personal understanding while providing a balanced approach to a complex subject. By doing so, individuals can help forge a dialogue that is not only reflective of our current beliefs, but also open to exploring the vast, uncharted possibilities that lie beyond our planet. Are UFOs the ultimate distraction or real phenomena? The debate surrounding UFOs is a captivating mix of evidence, speculation, and hysteria. On one hand, some view UFOs as genuine phenomena shaped by countless accounts from credible witnesses, as well as government documents that hint at investigations into unexplained aerial occurrences. Enthusiasts argue that these sightings stretch back through history, suggesting a pattern of an ever-present mystery in our skies. Skeptics, however, contend that many of these incidents can be explained through natural phenomena, human error, or simply the dynamic nature of our atmosphere. This leaves us with a fundamental question. Are we grappling with a real enigma, or are we simply distracted by fantastical tales that divert our attention from more pressing issues in society? The potential for manipulation through our collective fear of the unknown adds another layer to the UFO discourse. Governments, media, and other factions can exploit this fear, steering public attention away from critical issues such as socioeconomic crises, climate change, and political unrest. By casting a spotlight on the mysterious and the unexplained, these entities can create narratives that captivate and control public opinion. The phenomenon of UFOs, whether real or mere figments of imagination, can distract people from the fundamental challenges facing humanity. It raises the question of who benefits from our curiosity about the cosmos and whether it serves as a tool for maintaining the status quo. To navigate the complexities of this topic, it's essential to adopt a critical lens while remaining open to new information. Engaging with diverse perspectives on UFOs can lead to a more nuanced understanding of not only what threats might truly lie beyond our planet, but also the ways in which earthly affairs are interwoven with the fabric of belief, fear, and distraction. Chapter 9: The Psychology of Conspiracy Theories. Why people believe in large-scale deceptions. Understanding why individuals fall prey to large-scale deceptions, particularly conspiracy theories, requires an exploration of the socio-psychological factors that drive such beliefs. Humans are inherently social creatures, and our need for connection can significantly influence our acceptance of certain narratives. In times of uncertainty or crisis, individuals often seek explanations that provide a sense of safety and control. Conspiracy theories may offer these individuals a narrative that simplifies complex events, allowing them to attribute blame and find meaning in chaotic situations. These beliefs can create a strong sense of community among those who share similar views, reinforcing their convictions through social validation. When arguments and evidence against such beliefs arise, they can often reinforce group cohesion, as members unite against perceived external threats or misinformation. This creates an echo chamber where dissenting opinions are dismissed, further entrenching the belief system. Cognitive biases also play a crucial role in the reinforcement of conspiracy beliefs. One common bias is confirmation bias, where individuals favor information that supports their existing views while dismissing contradictory evidence as untrustworthy or biased. This selective gathering and interpretation of information lead to a distorted worldview, where any evidence that aligns with their beliefs is amplified and conflicting data is conveniently ignored. The illusory truth effect further complicates this phenomenon. If a person encounters a claim repeatedly regardless of its accuracy, they are more likely to accept it as true. This explains why some conspiracy theories have enduring popularity, as repetition can create a false sense of reality. Additionally, cognitive dissonance arises when individuals are confronted with evidence against their beliefs, leading to mental discomfort. To alleviate this discomfort, they may double down on their original beliefs, often by constructing elaborate rationalizations or reframing the evidence to fit their perspective. The psychological interplay of social dynamics and cognitive processes creates a fertile ground for large-scale deceptions to take root. To navigate this complex landscape, one practical approach is to cultivate critical thinking skills. By actively seeking diverse perspectives and considering the sources of information, individuals can build resilience against misleading narratives. Remain open to questioning assumptions and engaging with ideas that challenge personal beliefs, as this not only enriches understanding, but also fosters a habit of discerning truth amidst the noise. How uncertainty fuels the imagination. In times of societal instability, the collective consciousness often starts to shift. People begin to question established norms and seek explanations for perplexing events. This environment of uncertainty can lead to an increase in conspiracy ideation. This is not merely an irrational response. Rather, it reflects a deep-seated human desire for control and understanding. As societal structures crumble or become less predictable, individuals may find solace in conspiracy theories that offer seemingly straightforward answers to complex issues. These narratives provide a sense of order where chaos reigns and can feel deeply reassuring amidst the cacophony of conflicting information. The allure of conspiracy theories often lies in their ability to assign blame, creating identifiable villains and clearer narratives that fit into a chaotic world. Consequently, societal instability becomes fertile ground for the imagination to craft elaborate stories that fill gaps left by uncertainty, transforming fear into a narrative that can be understood and acted upon. When faced with uncertainty, individuals may instinctively turn to conspiratorial thinking as a coping mechanism. It serves as a way to manage anxiety by providing a semblance of clarity and rationale. Through conspiracies, complex and often frightening realities are simplified into manageable plots, an understandable narrative amid the unknown. This process can be seen as a psychological refuge where individuals reclaim agency in circumstances that feel overwhelmingly outside their control. Moreover, engaging with these theories often fosters a sense of belonging among those who share similar beliefs. In a world inundated with information, the act of participating in conspiratorial thinking not only helps to reduce feelings of helplessness, but also cultivates connections with like-minded others who feel the same disquiet around the unpredictability of modern life. While these narratives can sometimes lead to detrimental behaviors, they highlight a profound aspect of the human experience: the innate longing for clarity and connection in the face of uncertainty. Recognizing the underlying impulses that drive conspiracy ideation can pave the way for more nuanced conversations about information and belief. Cultivating critical thinking skills is essential in navigating the murky waters of misinformation and conspiracy. Engaging with diverse perspectives and seeking evidence-based information can provide a stronger framework for making sense of the world. Instead of succumbing to the lure of simplifying overly complex issues, taking time to analyze and question the narratives we encounter can empower individuals to confront uncertainty with a balanced mindset rather than one driven solely by fear. The dangers of unchecked belief in conspiracies. The potential consequences of extreme conspiracy beliefs can be profound and far-reaching. When individuals immerse themselves in a world where they believe in elaborate plots and deceptions, the line between reality and fiction can blur. This altered perception can impact personal relationships, leading to isolation as individuals abandon those who do not share their convictions. Trust in institutions may erode, fostering cynicism and leading to a disengagement from civic duties. In extreme cases, belief in conspiracy theories can trigger radical behaviors, pushing individuals toward violence in the name of a perceived greater truth. The consequences are not limited to personal mental health, but extend into society, with polarization increasing and civil discourse being replaced with hostility. Examples of harm caused by a militant adherence to conspiracy theories are not merely hypothetical. They are evident in history and recent events. Take the case of the Pizzagate incident, where a conspiracy theory falsely tied a Washington, D.C. pizzeria to human trafficking. This theory incited an individual to enter the establishment armed and attempt to conduct an investigation, resulting in panic and potential harm to innocent people. Similarly, during the COVID-19 pandemic, conspiracy theories surrounding the virus's origin and the efficacy of vaccines contributed to widespread mistrust, leading to lower vaccination rates and preventable illness and death. The January 6th Capitol riot exemplified how certain groups propagated conspiracy beliefs that incited violence against the democratic process. These instances illustrate that the adherence to conspiracy theories can lead to significant harm not just for the individual believers, but for society as a whole. Chapter 10: The Technology of the Future. Holography, AI, and Neurotechnology. What's real and what's exaggerated? Existing technologies in holography, artificial intelligence, and neurotechnology have made impressive strides, demonstrating their potential in practical applications. Holography now allows us to create three-dimensional images that can enhance communication, education, and entertainment. AI systems excel in processing vast amounts of data, aiding in medical diagnosis, personalizing user experiences, and even creating art. Neurotechnology, too, is advancing, with devices that can help restore movement to paralyzed limbs or provide insights into brain activity for medical research. However, alongside these advancements, exaggerated claims often emerge from conspiracy theories, suggesting that these technologies possess capabilities far beyond what is currently achievable. These myths may paint a picture of holograms capable of projecting entire environments, AI that surpasses human intelligence in every field, or neurotechnology that can control thoughts and emotions with mere devices. It's crucial to dissect these claims through the lens of established science and ongoing research to separate fact from fantasy, providing a grounded understanding of what these technologies can realistically accomplish at present. The influence of futurist predictions on public perception cannot be underestimated. When thought leaders and visionaries share their insights about the future, they shape what we expect from these technologies. Often, their predictions are rooted in optimism and ambition, envisioning a world where AI and neurotechnology blend seamlessly with daily life. This excitement can lead to a collective hype that may not align with the actual pace of technological advancements. While it is essential to look ahead and inspire progress, these forward-looking statements can result in unrealistic expectations. People may find themselves disappointed if technology does not meet the ambitious timelines proposed by futurists. Such perceptions can lead to a broader skepticism about innovation and a tendency to overlook the genuine benefits these technologies can provide today. Understanding that innovation is a gradual process and that significant breakthroughs require time can help keep expectations in check while still nurturing curiosity and enthusiasm. Grappling with the contrast between reality and exaggeration demands a critical eye and open mind. As these technologies evolve, staying informed and grounded is vital. Engaging with reputable sources of information can illuminate the differences between sensational narratives and substantive advancements. Regularly seeking out scientific reviews, technological articles, and validated research can empower individuals with accurate knowledge, enabling them to appreciate the incredible journey of technology without falling prey to hype. By nurturing an inquisitive spirit and a balanced approach to emerging tech, one can cultivate a more realistic understanding of what the future holds and thoughtfully contribute to the conversations surrounding these innovations. Technological advancements that align with and debunk blue beam claims. The blue beam theory posits that advanced technology could be used to create illusions of spiritual figures or extraterrestrial beings, manipulating the masses in profound ways. In recent years, virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, have emerged as technologies that echo aspects of the blue beam narrative. These platforms have the capability to create immersive environments and experiences, compelling users to perceive digital images as reality. For instance, VR can transport individuals into simulated worlds, tricking their senses into believing they are part of a different reality. Similarly, AR technology blends digital elements with the real world, offering users experiences that challenge their perception of what is real. When coupled with AI advancements, these technologies create an even more intricate web of potential scenarios that some could argue align with the blue beam theory. However, Critical assessment reveals that while these technologies can mimic certain elements of the blue beam narrative, they are fundamentally tools for entertainment and education rather than instruments of manipulation or control. Experimentally, studies in psychology and neuroscience show that although VR can evoke strong emotional responses, these experiences are known to be simulations created for specific purposes. Unlike the claims in the blue beam theory, which suggest a coordinated effort by powerful entities to impose a fabricated reality, the reality of these technologies is rooted in user agency and choice. Furthermore, the advancements in detection technologies, such as blockchain verification and digital rights management, counteract the potential for misuse, enforcing transparency in a digital ecosystem that fuels skepticism of illicit manipulations. Ultimately, examining these technological advancements through a critical lens encourages individuals to approach claims like those surrounding blue beam with a healthy skepticism. Understanding the capabilities and limitations of modern technology not only demystifies fears surrounding their misuse, but also empowers users to make informed choices about their engagement with such technologies. Staying informed about technological developments and their implications promotes a more nuanced perspective in a world rife with speculation about manipulation and control. Ethical considerations for future tech. The ethical implications of using advanced technology within potential blue beam scenarios deserve thorough examination. Blue beam, often discussed in the context of conspiracy theories, suggests the use of advanced technology to simulate events such as fake alien invasions or significant religious occurrences. This could incite feelings of fear, anxiety, and distrust in society. As technology advances, the possibility arises that simulated events could blur the boundaries between reality and fabrication. Engaging with such technology requires a deep ethical consideration, particularly around issues of truth, consent, and manipulation. Manipulating public perception in this way could ultimately lead to profound societal consequences, questioning the integrity of information and fostering mass paranoia. The allure of such power can be tempting for governments or corporations, but the moral ground becomes slippery when real human lives and beliefs are at stake. As we tread into this unknown territory, it becomes increasingly important to reflect on the accountability of those who develop and wield these technologies. The need for responsible innovation is paramount when we consider public fears and anxieties surrounding advanced technologies. As technology continues to evolve at an unprecedented pace, it is essential that innovators and developers engage with the societal context in which they operate. Building awareness around the ethical dimensions encourages a more thoughtful approach, ensuring that innovations do not inadvertently stoke fears or misunderstandings. Communication is a vital part of this process. Stakeholders must openly address the potential risks and benefits of their technologies. Creating spaces for public dialogue helps demystify technology and can foster trust between innovators and society. As seen throughout history, when people feel excluded from discussions about technology and its implications, myths and distrust tend to grow. Responsible innovation is about creating technologies that consider human values, respecting privacy, and ensuring that the power they hold is not misused. Fostering a culture of responsibility around technology can lead to informed citizens who are better equipped to engage with the future, ultimately guiding innovation towards positive outcomes. Engaging the public in thoughtful discussions about technology's role in society can significantly influence the trajectory of future advancements. By promoting transparency and inclusivity, we encourage balanced thinking that prioritizes ethics in technological development. It is crucial to remember that while technology has the potential for remarkable advancements and historical breakthroughs, it is the ethical frameworks we establish that will determine whether these transitions serve humanity positively. Conclusion: the legacy of Project Blue Beam. Why Project Blue Beam persists in public consciousness. The world of conspiracy theories often captures the imagination, weaving complex narratives that blend fear, hope, and a yearning for deeper truth. The phenomenon of Project Blue Beam illustrates this perfectly. Since the alleged details of the project first surfaced, it has maintained a peculiar grip on the public consciousness, largely fueled by its connection to contemporary issues. This theory suggests nefarious government plots to manipulate humanity through staged events, and its appeal lies in both skepticism of authority and the anxiety surrounding technological advancements. In an age where misinformation can spread rapidly through social media, the discussions surrounding Project Blue Beam often serve as a barometer for public sentiment towards secrecy and control in government actions. By exploring these themes, one can see how this theory becomes a mirror reflecting societal fears and desires, ultimately making it a recurring topic in cultural conversations. Understanding the persistence of Project Blue Beam unfolds as not only an inquiry into specific events or claims, but also a broader examination of human psychology and societal dynamics. Engaging with these theories critically enables a more profound comprehension of our world, encouraging a balance between healthy skepticism and informed discourse. To effectively navigate this landscape, individuals should develop an awareness of the information they consume, scrutinizing sources while remaining open to diverse perspectives. Seeking truth in an age rife with ambiguity may be challenging, but fostering critical thinking can serve as a guiding compass in understanding not just Project Blue Beam, but the myriad of narratives that shape our collective consciousness. What it says about human fears of control, deception, and the unknown. Project Blue Beam, a conspiracy theory alleging the use of advanced technology to simulate a global event that would manipulate humanity's perception of reality, reveals profound societal anxieties surrounding autonomy and truth. At its core, this theory taps into the fear that our world is not as it seems and that outside forces, potentially wielding immense power, could govern our beliefs and behaviors. The notion of a fabricated event orchestrated by the elite highlights the struggle many feel over their own autonomy. As people navigate a landscape filled with endless information, the concept of control becomes increasingly intangible. Individuals often grapple with a dual reality: the desire for freedom of thought while feeling the weight of external manipulation. The uncertainty surrounding what is real fosters a psychological environment ripe for fear, with Project Blue Beam serving as a symbolic reflection of this unrest, raising questions about who aligns with the truth and who might be crafting false narratives behind the scenes. The interplay between suspicion toward authority and the yearning for transparency continues to shape public discourse around these conspiracies. In a time where trust in institutions falters, citizens become experts at scrutinizing the intentions of those in power. This skeptical lens is fueled by a longing for genuine engagement from leaders and institutions, making the quest for transparency a vital social need. However, this skepticism can also lead to a paradox where the very efforts for transparency are met with further distrust, as individuals may perceive transparency initiatives as half-hearted or deceptive. The search for truth becomes a double-edged sword. While it encourages critical thinking, it can simultaneously nurture an environment of cynicism. Ultimately, the dynamic between these emotions can guide how society approaches information. Knowledge of our shared anxieties regarding control, deception, and the unknown can empower individuals to make more informed decisions while navigating a world filled with shadows and uncertainty. Understanding these fears can foster resilience, pushing us to seek clarity even amidst chaos. A call to critical thinking: how to navigate the line between skepticism and paranoia. Critical thinking is a vital tool for navigating the complex landscape of information that bombards us today. It enables us to examine conspiracy theories with a discerning eye, separating facts from speculation. Developing critical thinking skills involves asking the right questions and evaluating the evidence available. When confronted with a conspiracy theory, consider who is presenting this information and what motives they may have. Are the claims backed by credible sources? What evidence supports or contradicts them? Engaging in discussions with others can also enhance your understanding, as diverse perspectives often lead to deeper insights. Practicing skepticism does not mean rejecting ideas outright. It means investigating them thoughtfully and rigorously, maintaining a balance between open-mindedness and discernment. Understanding the balance between healthy skepticism and paranoia is crucial in our quest for knowledge. Healthy skepticism encourages us to question and seek out the truth, fostering a mindset that promotes inquiry and investigation without fear. It helps us remain grounded, enabling us to differentiate between legitimate concerns and unfounded fears. On the other hand, paranoia often leads to a distrust of everything, creating a self-fulfilling cycle of doubt and suspicion. Recognizing this line is essential. While it's wise to question authority and societal narratives, excessive doubt can distort our perception of reality and relationships. Engaging with information sources critically, rather than consuming them reactively, is a cornerstone of cultivating such discernment. Ultimately, the goal is to cultivate a mindset that balances skepticism with rational thought. In practical terms, this might involve setting aside time to engage with various viewpoints on a subject, weighing the evidence logically, and discussing these topics with trusted friends or colleagues. By fostering a healthy curiosity and engaging deeply with information, you empower yourself to navigate the complexities of our world with clarity and reason. This approach not only protects us from falling into a state of paranoia, but also enriches our understanding of the nuanced realities around us. As we conclude this journey through the labyrinth of Project Blue Beam, one thing becomes clear. This theory is less about the technology it describes and more about the fears it reveals. It speaks to our unease with rapid technological advancements, our distrust of authority, and our innate vulnerability to deception. Whether or not the theory holds any truth, its persistence in the public consciousness is a testament to the power of the human imagination and our desire to make sense of a complex and unpredictable world. But what do we do with these fears? Do we let them consume us, pulling us into an endless spiral of paranoia? Or do we use them as a catalyst for inquiry, learning to ask better questions and seek deeper truths? The legacy of Project Blue Beam lies not in its plausibility, but in its challenge to us all. To remain vigilant, to embrace critical thinking, and to navigate the uncertainties of modern life with wisdom and discernment. Ultimately, this is not just a story about conspiracy, it's a story about us. It's a mirror reflecting our collective anxieties and the lengths we go to find meaning in a rapidly changing world. As you close this book, take with you a renewed commitment to seek understanding in the face of uncertainty and to approach even the most outlandish claims with both open-mindedness and healthy skepticism. After all, the most powerful tool against deception is a mind trained to question, to learn, and to grow. The world is full of whispers, some are true, and some are merely noise. It is up to each of us to decide which to heed.